As a result of economic stagnation of African economies, especially that of Nigeria, the so-called giant of Africa, many Nigerians ran away from the country to Western lands through various means, both legal and illegal. Of course, we all know that the economies of Western countries have been flourishing for quite a long time. So when these Africans got there, they saw the allures of, allures of the West, how things were well organized, how Western society is well run, well organized, and flourishing, and that the people there seem not religiously inclined. So in their minds, the economies of the West is doing well, or the economies of the West, the economies of Western countries are doing well simply because the people of the West are not religious, i.e., they do not practice Christianity. So it means that Africans that practice Christianity are being held down by Christianity. They wrongly conclude that Africans are not doing well simply because of Christianity. The belief, this belief betrays the stark ignorance they have, especially that of history, both of Nigeria, and that is for Nigerians, and Europe. In fact, the world in general. Before I continue, let me answer one question, or let me ask the question first. Is religion a problem? Emphatically, yes. Is religion the problem? No. In fact, the problem of over religiosity in a society is actually a symptom of an underlying problem rather than the problem itself. For us to know what the problem is, we must go back in history. Like that, we will discover who did what happened, what actions were taken by some people that led to either economic prosperity or stagnation. I want to start from Germany because the woman who I created this channel to counter uh, her lies, she is based in Germany. She's always on the social media prancing about on how Germans, or how sorry, or how Germany is like heaven. All the roads in Germany are paved with gold. Nothing bad ever happens in that country. The people of Germany are anti-Christians. They have abandoned Christianity, and because of that, Germany is such a heavenly place. All the streets are paved with gold. But she forgets that in 1939, Nazi Germany started the Second World War. The Second World War was the deadliest conflict in human history, with an estimated 50 to 85 million fatalities or deaths. The US and Britain attacked from the west, while Soviet Russia attacked Germany from the east. So at the end of the whole thing, when Germany surrendered and the Nazis surrendered, the Soviets took the eastern part, and they established and maintained their influence over there. The Soviet Union occupied East Germany and established a communist state. The SED, that is the party that was, or the government, I think the party that was leading East Germany then, was led by Walter Ulbricht. This Walter Ulbricht guy is a communist who modeled himself on Lenin and Stalin, the two worst people to ever, well, I would say two of the most wicked people to ever exist in human history. Ulbricht's governments imposed socialist economic policies. He suppressed dissent. He closed the borders. Of course, communist rule is authoritarian, or should I say totalitarian. It's suppressing and killing political dissidents and social classes. These are the so-called enemies of the people, if you get what I mean. It also engages in religious persecution, ethnic cleansing, forced collectivization, and the use of forced labor, and the use of also, should I say, forced labor in concentration camps. Exactly what the Nazis were doing. So all of these things do not encourage economic growth by any means. In fact, at its peak, the Soviet Union's GDP was 65% of that of the United States. This, despite the fact that it was much bigger, it was much larger country than the United States of America. And I can assure you that that 65% they're talking about, those numbers were greatly or grossly inflated. The ratio demonstrates the economic disparity between the two superpowers, with the US maintaining a significant lead in terms of overall economic, output. The same can be said about North Korea and South Korea. North Korea practices communism and is one of the poorest countries you can find anywhere on this planet, while her southern neighbor, South Korea, is among the world's most advanced economies. So that shows the disparity or the difference between those who practice communism and those who allow religion, or those who practice religion, in fact, because that is the whole thing. Let me elaborate again for that of North Korea and South Korea. Before this whole communism thing divided the Koreas into two, Pyongyang, which is today's North Korea's capital, was called back in the days the Jerusalem of the East, because Christianity was very strong in that country, in that part of the world. You understand? It doesn't mean that in Seoul, for example, there's no Christianity there. It was there, but the way it was practiced in Pyongyang was exceptional. And where I'm driving to is that when the two countries partitioned, North Korea was better equipped. It was more economically viable by far. In fact, South Korea couldn't even see economically, couldn't see the brake light of North Korea. But at the end of the day, what happened? North Korea is today the poorest, or one of the poorest countries on the planet, while South Korea is one of the most advanced economies by far. Understand? Even in South Korea, Christianity there is huge. It's big. If you think it's a lie, do your own research. Google is there, or you can travel to North Korea if you want to, if you have the means. To South Korea. If you have the means, don't go to North Korea, please. You might not make it out alive. Okay? So that is for East Germany. Now, for West Germany. West Germany was also known as the Federal Republic of Germany. It was a capitalist democracy that was allied with Western democracies during the Cold War. Capitalism is largely compatible with Christian ethics. Yes. In fact, when you read the Bible, when you read much of the things that were said, the illustrations that were given by Jesus Christ, there are some of them that were dealing with economics, buying and selling, trading. It's all capitalism to make gain. You bring capital, you invest in something, then you wait for the return on the ROI, return on investment. I think that's what it means. Okay, so capitalism is largely compatible with Christian ways of life. Mind you, I said capitalism. I didn't say crony capitalism, because crony capitalism is actually communism or socialism in the skin suit of capitalism. So, West Germany's economy during the Soviet era was characterized by rapid industrial growth, a strong workforce, and a free market economy, very much unlike East Germany, which was under the influence of the Soviet Union and which had a Marxist-Leninist government. This is very antithetical to economic growth. West Germany experienced rapid industrial growth in sectors such as, the thing that made them to grow. Were sectors like manufacturing, steel production, and of course, automotive, that is the cars. We all know the Mercedes, Audis, the Volkswagens, which one again? BMW, Bavarian Motor Works. We all know about these things. We all know about German electronics. Very, very solid. So, the economy of West Germany grew by, I think they said 8% year to year from 1951 to 1961. That is to say 10 solid years or a solid decade of economic growth. This economic boom was called Deutsche Wonder. I think Deutsche Wonder or Deutsche Wunder. Because I don't speak German, so I'm trying to just try to imitate how they say it or say it how they say it. But until I learn German, I will be able to pronounce that correctly. Which means the word means economic miracle. So, how about unemployment in West Germany? It was very low. You see rates such as 0.7 to 0.8. In that same West Germany, there was, which is where I want to hammer on which I want to hammer on very, very well. Says that there was a re-Christianization campaign. You see, the Nazis, when they were around, they destroyed a lot of things. They destroyed a lot of churches. They destroyed a lot of German churches. So when West Germany was in power, was a thing. I mean, it existed as an entity or as a government. They engaged in what is called the re-Christianization campaign. That is to rebuild all of these churches that were destroyed. So the reconstruction of those Catholic and Protestant churches, they were seen as a symbol of German Christianity rising from the ashes of Nazism. While in the East, they were busy destroying the churches. In fact, in the late 20th century and early 21st century, that is now, Christianity in Germany, it declined. Where did it decline most? In the East. Or where it's called former German Democratic Republic, which was officially atheist. Their ideology, their state ideology was atheist. They're just a bunch of communists, a bunch of commies. And for me, the only good commie is the one that is in the grave. So today, the majority of the people in northeastern states of Germany, they are not religious. Why? Because that's how they've always been. And why? And what again? Economically, economically, how have they been? So we can deduce from historical records what really happened. Unlike how some people would like you to believe that one day the Germans stopped being Christian and the economy began to flourish, the economy began to boom. These people also forget that Christianity has been intricately intertwined with the history and formation of Western society. The Western society, they're always running to and praising whatever is going on there. But they forget that Christianity has always been intertwined with the formation of that society. Throughout its long history, the church has always played has been a major source of social services like what? Schooling, medical care, inspiration for art, culture, philosophy, and they have influenced a lot of things in politics, in religion, in the West. So basically, the things that we love the West for example, Medicare, hospitals, schools, and other, social services that we really cherish the West for. These things are actually products of Christianity. Once they begin to abandon Christianity, or once they abandon Christianity, what happens to them? They decline. Quality of life declines. Just as in East Germany, where life sucked us.
This place sucks.
Life sucked so hard that people ran away from East Germany to West Germany. About 4 million East Germans ran away from the East, from their country, where atheism was practiced as a state ideology. They ran from there to the West, where Christianity was the order of the day. Even till today, as I've said earlier, the differences are still there, both religious and economic differences. So do not allow anybody to deceive you. If after listening to my monologue, do not allow anybody to deceive you, especially somebody like this Aproko bus driver. She's always on the social media talking trash about Christianity and Christians. but completely ignorant of the history of the country she finds herself in. She is being helped by a no small measure by the so-called men of God, aka also known as pulpit bandits of Nigeria, who preach or who all they do is preach false Christianity. Huh? So please, before you believe anything, do your own research. Do not just believe everything you see. Even this one I'm saying now, please go to Google and Google it. Anyway, this is the end of my monologue. As I told you earlier, please go do your own research. All right. Well, again, I want to say something. The West right now is in decline. Let us be clear about it. So, how is the West in decline? How is it that the West is in danger? Because when we look at the West, I remember in the old, no, not in the old, in a previous video I did, one big-headed fool there was telling me, "Oh no, it's a lie. The West can never fall. This and that." I'm just looking at him like, look at this fool. Doesn't even know what he's talking about. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I will see you next time. I will come back next time. If you like the video, please smash the like button, and please share this video and subscribe. Okay, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.